Hey, Arsenal. Okay, oh. Maybe I say Arsenal won't win Premier League and Champions League this season. Because the way that they move, these niggas, they move. As in, what is going on? Winning in the Premier League, Champions League, beating like out the park. Oh God. Maybe people they put eye for Arsenal, but do. Anyways, guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's a review of the games, a post-match review of match day 3 in the Champions League phase. And some of the results were, to be honest, expected. Looking at the fact that Premier League teams alone scored 19 goals in this match day 3. Premier League teams are not playing. No. They are not playing at all. Let's just start off with the games on Tuesday and the results. Obviously, we start off with Arsenal. Arsenal winning their game and beating Atletico Madrid 4-0. Gyökeres scoring a brace. Man, what else? I don't think Arsenal has any worries this season. They don't have any. In fact, their fans are already shouting, win Premier League, win Champions League, win FA Cup, win all the cups now. They don't vex. They don't vex. It's okay. But honestly, I feel like that game was... the first half, in the first half made sense. Because Atletico Madrid gave them just a little, and I don't know, maybe it's because Arteta was trying to, apply wisdom with it and all that. But that first half, it looked like it was end to end. And what happened in the second half? Arsenal burst everywhere, say, Omo, we don't care. Scoring goals, Martinelli scoring, Saka was everywhere. Like, Gyökeres was choking the neck of the defenders. It was a good one. It was a good one. And it reiterates the fact that I said Arsenal are one team that I think they're one of the most complete teams out there in Europe. Defensively, attacking wise, midfield, they are so good right now. It will be difficult for any team to stop them. However, I'm waiting for that match against Bayern Munich, because I think Bayern Munich are another team that are also really complete at the moment. So unfortunately, they're going to be playing against each other in the Champions League. So I really want to look forward to see what the result is going to be between these two sides. And then to other games, Barcelona dealt with 10-man Olympiacos 6-1. Marcus Rashford scoring 2 goals, Pedri scoring 3 goals. It is what it is. I guess Barcelona, when it comes to the Champions League, they're a different team entirely. But yes, they did win theirs. And then Paris Saint-Germain, defending champions, gave Bayer Leverkusen a proper champions lesson. It was a 7-2 win for the defending champions, and Ousmane Dembele back to the squad. Obviously, he was substituted in, scored a goal. Desiree Doué scoring 2 goals. Kvaratskhelia scoring 2 goals. Man, that team right now, I don't think they want to leave that Champions League title just yet. So other teams, be on the lookout. And then Inter were 4-2 winners over Union St. Gilloise. Man City also defeated Villarreal 2-0. It was obviously Erling Haaland scoring a goal. Definitely, I think with the goal he scored in that game, he is par on the number of goals that Cristiano Ronaldo scored in the Champions League. The guy just wants to be breaking record, obviously just scoring a lot of goals. And I think it's also a problem for Man City, because when Erling Haaland is not fit, is injured, they seem like a team that struggles to score goals. So seeing them score a lot of goals when he's fit and available, there's still a lot of work I think Pep Guardiola has to do with the team scoring a lot of goals, because it looks like they're really focused on him. I get that they're number 9, but they have to do better. And then Napoli, champions of Serie A. I don't know what is going on with them, but they lost to Eindhoven. I get that Eindhoven are top of the Dutch league, but losing to them 6-2 That's beyond me. Newcastle definitely won their game against Benfica. It's back-to-back loss for Benfica in the Champions League now. I don't think Jose Mourinho is getting what to do with that squad yet, but unfortunately, Benfica lost away from home 3-0. Barnes obviously scoring 2 goals in that one, and then Borussia Dortmund obviously beating Copenhagen 4-2. And the final game on Tuesday was Kairat Almaty obviously playing out a 0-0 draw with Pafos FC. Now Pafos were down to 10 men, and even David Luiz, who is a former Chelsea player, did try to score a goal, but it was called off and all that. But I knew that game was obviously going to be a draw. It was written all over it, and so that was to be expected. But those are the results on Tuesday. Before I go further in the video, I'm going to subscribe to the channel. Yes, subscribe right now. Like, it doesn't cost. It's free, absolutely free to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, right? And also like, share, and comment on the results so far. Let's go back to match day 3, which Wednesday results. Obviously starts off with Chelsea. Chelsea played out a 5-1 win over Ajax. Ajax were down to 10 men very early in the game, but eventually they were able to win the game 5-1. And obviously Chelsea just always has a way of breaking record when it comes to the Champions League, right? Or UEFA, let me say. They broke a record with 3 young stars scoring on the right. I think it's the first time a team has 3 young players scoring, and that include Matthew, Tyrese George, and Estavio Williams all scoring on the night. And also there were 3 penalties in the game. Let me just say it was an easy outing for Chelsea, winning that one 5-1. And then Tottenham were not able to score a goal. The game against Monaco ended 0-0. And then Bayern Munich, obviously, I think one of the best teams also in Europe, beat Club Brugge 4-0. Eintracht Frankfurt lost at home to Liverpool. I think it was returning to winning ways for Liverpool, having lost 4 games back-to-back, both in the Champions League and in the Premier League. They eventually won the game. They did come from a goal down. They came from a goal down, but eventually won 5-1 also on the night. Ekitike scoring, Gakpo scoring. Yeah, it was a good one for them. Even Konate scored. Yeah, Van Dijk. I guess it just seemed like Arne Slot said something and they were all scoring. And then Real Madrid were just 1-0 winners over Juventus. Bellingham scoring that one for them. And then Sporting surprisingly beat Marseille. And yes, I said surprisingly because Marseille has been on a good scoring winning streak, and then seeing them lose to Sporting, they actually even scored first, which makes it even more surprising. Well, I guess they couldn't get it right, but they were down to 10 men also, so I guess that had some sort of effect in the game. And then Athletic Club were 2-1 winners over Karabakh. Galatasaray beating Bodo Glimt 3-1. Victor Osimhen are number 9. Yeah, one of the best African players, number 9 out there, scoring 2 goals for Galatasaray. It's no surprise they won the match, the man of the match also. So yeah, I'm not surprised with that one. And then Atalanta playing a 0-0 draw with Slava Prague. Now, when you look at some of the results, I think the most surprising one for me is Marseille losing to Sporting. And I did expect them to win the game because looking at the number of goals and the way they've won their games, even beating Paris Saint-Germain in the last few games, I didn't expect them to lose that game. But I guess being able to win a match with 10 men is not something they are used to. But looking at the other results, across the other games, both on Tuesday and on Wednesday, the results were expected. Yes, and on Thursday, obviously, Nottingham Forest would be hoping to pick up some sort of result, maybe their first win in the Europa League against. They are going to be playing at home, and they are going to be playing Porto. Porto is a very tricky team, so if Nottingham Forest doesn't get it right, they might lose that game. But they have a new coach who is the person of Sean Dyche, who I think is a very good manager. Hopefully he's able to help them to get some sort of result and maybe play into the quality that we usually see Nottingham Forest play. And then the final game is Crystal Palace playing Lanaka in the Conference League also on Thursday. Now, definitely share in the comment section what you expected some of the results in the games for the Champions League should be, and what you feel Nottingham Forest would play against Porto, or if Crystal Palace is able to beat Lanaka in the Conference League. Now, those are my thoughts over the Champions League, the Europa League, and the Conference League. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. I will definitely be reading, but also don't forget to put on your post notification buttons to get the latest video when they drop. But most importantly, also ensure to follow us on all our social media handles at _official FSH, that's Pentola Sports Hub. Thank you guys for always sticking with the girl, and until I come your way again, bye people.